What's up, YouTube.com? It's your boy John McGarrett's back with another tier list. I want to do a tier list on food and yeah, just talk about them. Got my reference list up here just so in case I can't remember the name of something. So the first one up is meat stew, and it is a solid A tier because it becomes one of the first higher tier foods that you get online, and it's just pretty good. Baked potato, is that in the core game? I haven't seen that. Wow, they moved that over. Huh. Alpha 20, I guess. Cool. So it is in the game now, yeah. Okay, well then I would say this is pretty high tier. This was just in Darkness Falls, but I didn't know that this was in the normal game now. So I would put that up in an. Well, potatoes are kind of hard to come by, but this is still like a good starter food. But I think potatoes are a little bit harder to come by. Chicken soup, put back up in the A tier. A lot of food. This is gonna be kind of an easy list because a lot of food is accessible. I don't know if a lot of food is accessible. It's not hard to get food in this game anymore. Like preparing food um, is a lot more difficult than it used to be because of the skill books or whatever. So this is kind of a tough one for me. Like to me, my priority would be like egg. Um, let's look up. Does egg have a dysentery chance? No. Then this is awesome. Sorry, I was working on a song. Sorry. This is amazing. I would say egg is like the best then. And this is not good because you have to use water. So I guess there is some commentary to be had here. And then like honey is really good because it can cure infection. It's really good. I would say boiled egg, same reason as this. Like so in Darkness Falls, this is different. I know this is 1.0, but I just want to point out the contrast. So one of the things that Darkness Falls did right, and then 7 Days, the Fun Pimps, I feel did wrong, is that the Fun Pimps got rid of jars for reasons. I don't know those reasons, but they did. Um, I mean, I can think of a few reasons, but why they might, but I don't think there's a lot of. I think the trade off for jars is really good, or not really good for them to get rid of it or whatever. I don't think the average 7 days player is like worrying about having too many jars or whatever. The clutter, whatever. The clutter happens in 7 days to die because. And sorry if these random commentaries kind of detract from the tier list, but this is something. It's a big issue I have with 7 days and I love 7 days. I think it's like a SS tier game, but there's no objective. Like you have objective survive every 7 days. There's a horde, so that's kind of the pseudo objective. But those I would say is just part of the environment that you like learn to survive in. And once you learn to survive in it, you have no objective to survive anymore, or not to. Yeah, you have no more objectives to like justify your loot. So then you get to this end game. When you have this end game, you have a it's like you have like your arteries are filled up with fat from eating too many brats like me. And like you get heart disease over time, a long period of time because you don't have like an objective for that food to do anything. It's the same thing. Your loot doesn't have any objective, so I think they were trying to like cut down on the amount of stuff that you'd have sitting in your chests, but there's nothing to use it on. Use it for. That's the issue. We're having like an overabundance of things, and getting rid of jars didn't fix that. It just like made it more annoying, in my opinion. Yeah, it got rid of water, but still, now you're just gonna get whatever. But that's kind of it. But Darkness Falls, they did better is that when you cook boiled eggs and boiled meat, you'd get the glass jar back, so you can go refill it again and then cook it into water and then use it as like a regenerative cycle. So in those early game water bottles, you'd be able to actually cook these foods, and there'd actually be a point of them. But I'm pretty sure this boiled stuff. Let me just confirm here: boiled egg. Ah, let's see the cook. Yeah, you have to use a water. And what do you get? Fullness. You have no hydration from it, so you lose the hydration. The thing you need more in the early game for 5 more fullness, which we don't care about hunger. So it's like this is a major issue in 7 Days to Die. But anyway, pears. I mean, like, it's really good. I would say this is actually S tier because it goes into a lot of recipes. Even though I would like rank these down because I feel like it's harder to cook now. Before you just be able to put perks into it and then just have recipes unlocked, and then these high tier foods would be more available to you. Even though they do give you accessibility, I want to put all of the like all of these into like their own C tier because this requires so much investment, so much time just to give you like what first aid bandages do, and then you're full too. But like they're not D because they're completely worthless. This may be a fast tier list because of this, but I don't think you can immediately eat mushrooms, so they're not that good. But then I would just slide all of the even cat chow, um, meow chow or whatever, and dog food, and this, and this, and this. Shamway sandwich, I think is pretty garbage now. I think they used to be able to be eaten with a low chance of food poisoning or dysentery, whatever it was, in the earlier versions. I believe I don't remember, but you were able to eat them earlier in the game, and then you would like be chill. Like you'd be like sometimes you get food poisoning or whatever, dysentery, and but it was like an early game access to food that if you wanted to roll the dice because whatever. And I think that like the hunger bar should kill you faster, and the water whatever. I think it should kill you faster because it would make this like more imperative. It would make this more valuable if you were punished more for not eating or not whatever, or if there was like this has turned into a tier list to a commentary on the nature of the game. So I'm sorry, but yeah, essentially these are all going to fill into the same buckets, and these recipes down here I'm going to put into C just because I think they require too much time investment to get into. That's pretty good. I won't say that's S tier because you still have to like unlock that. Corn on the cob. Is this really in the game? 7 days just straight borrowing from Fun Pimps are just straight borrowing from Darkness Falls. I feel at this point. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty good. 10 food takes away hydration, but gives you the plus 10 stamina. That's really good. 10% stamina boost. I'm going to give that a big old W. So that makes corn a little bit worse because you have to cook it. And peas are okay. Actually, I'll just go to okay. These will just be okay because you can eat them. Right? When you find them, eat them. Just find them and eat them. Don't even take them home. Don't even. There's so many other things to do than it is to like save all these up, make this stuff. Unless they had like status effects that were like overpowered, like you eat the gumbo soup and then you're like you feel lighter somehow, so now you can jump an extra block for 5 minutes. That'd be sweet. Like, if they had like their own effects, like the consumables, and they were like kind of like potions from RuneScape or whatever, that'd be a lot better. Charred meat, I'd say just B tier because it does. You can cook this right away, but you like lose a little bit of hydration. But same with this, same with that. Cornmeal. I just gotta let's see cornmeal. I just gotta remember if it's just Darkness Falls or just vanilla. If you can make it into something else, like the like plastic or whatever. So a cast you can make it into. You can't make it into grain alcohol or anything like that. So grab some moonshine. So you can make a potion with it. And grandma's moonshine. That's pretty cool. 20 health a second. Oh wow. The ads are going crazy. Does my ad block just stop working? Yeah. Um same with these. So potato. Oh, you can make cornbread, so that'll move cornmeal up. Unless cornbread requires water. It requires water. It's garbage. Never mind. This is garbage. 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 I don't know what that is. A yucca? These used to be overpowered. This used to be the best. What is this thing? I'm scared of it. So yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. This is kind of it. This is how I see the game, how I see the world. I think these are the best because they're, this has a useful effect. Plus, it gives you a little bit of fullness. Corn on the cob is just cooked, and you get food. Raw meat's really good because it can be turned into this stuff. Eggs, just eat them on the fly, stack them. Birds' nests are everywhere. Plus, then all of these are so easily attainable. They're in like, you get like 1 or 2 per house. I don't know. I just don't see the point of all this high tier food because I know it gives you health and stamina and all these like little buffs and stuff, but for what? Like you can get like day 70 without any of those. Day 70, day 140, day whatever. They're just like there and they require a lot of investment to get that stuff. I just don't know. Maybe I mean like the health buffs would stack well with first aid bandages, but like you play the game right, you don't need to even worry about getting hit that much. That like a painkiller with a stun resist and like a steroid or a mega crush won't get you out of that. So there's my tier list for the food. I feel like this one was kind of lame, so I'm sorry, but yeah, please subscribe. Really enjoy doing this though. I'm gonna see if there's any other tier lists that I can try to come up with. But this one's just a quick one in the morning before I go to work. So peace out, have fun, hope you enjoyed.